It's pretty remote. It's pretty emotional. It's pretty surreal right now. Actually, my grandma, she still has the 1987 championship T-shirt with
No
all the sig.
way.
Yeah, she still got that. And in my kitchen, one of my prized pictures is a picture of my dad kind of squatting down and showing me a basketball, and I got a full denim jacket suit. My mom had me fly. I'm out there on the court, and he's handing me the ball, and it's something that I'm excited to do with my daughter, and it's pretty surreal. It's pretty emotional. I'm trying not to think too much about it because got a job to do, and that's be the best basketball player I can be. But I didn't think that these emotions would hit like that. I really didn't. So it's kind of it's definitely I can't even think of the words. It's really surreal.
You don't have to get too in depth with it, but since you brought it up and you speak of the emotions, before you do have to be serious and do your job, was there a call, a text, a moment shared with your family that you just really appreciated in the moment?
So I had a group message with my family when I was going through the decision, and I made that decision, and I put in those little gifs. Said I think it was LL Cool J going back to Cali, and my family, they loved it. They loved it. And then on the flip side, my dad sent me a message, and he said, I'm proud of you wherever you end up. This was before deciding to choose the Lakers. He said, I'm proud of you, and wherever you go, I fully support you. He's like, but I'll be lying to say it wouldn't mean a little bit more to see you in that Laker purple and gold. So the support has been amazing. I can't forget, my love for home, for Wisconsin, for the Milwaukee Bucks, for the organization and the year that we had. I'm very thankful for that opportunity, and obviously being able to be home and be close to family and friends and stuff like that. But this opportunity presented itself. Yeah, I'm a competitor. I want to win. I want to win at the highest level, and there's nothing like being wanted by the best team. The fit worked as far as style of play, and we're here now. Now I can't wait to get to work.
You mentioned your time in Milwaukee, obviously a season ago, and I have to ask because you spent time there, obviously with a back-to-back MVP, so you know what it's like playing alongside superstars. You also mentioned your time in Dallas with Dirk, this squad, too, and Anthony Davis and LeBron James, of which, Wes, I don't know if you know this, but you're going to get a fair share of shots and looks and opportunities.
Yeah.
How much have you spent thinking about what that will look like? Have you envisioned it a little bit, being out there on the three-point line?
I envisioned it a little bit. I always envisioned it. This is one thing that people really don't understand about me. I always want to shoot. Like, I'm a team guy and all that kind
Get
of
that
stuff.
out there. Tell them.
I like to score the ball. It wasn't until this last season that I didn't average double figures. I really like to score the ball, but I'm definitely everything else first. So I'm definitely excited for the spacing. I'm excited for the style of play. I did a workout today, and actually my homeboy who stays with me and does a lot of the day-to-day stuff, he helps me working out. We're gonna watch Laker shots all this evening. We're gonna watch shots from Caldwell Pope, Danny Green. That's and so my night workout, as you can see, my night workout is gonna be,
Oh,
from what I see.
We are literally in the gym.
This is my office. This is my office. This is what you're getting. This is what I do. This is who I am. Basketball has afforded me, a lot of luxuries. I've put everything I have into this game, and it has rewarded me, not only myself, but my family. And so the best way I feel like I can pay respects to everything that is provided for me is to give it everything that I have till I can't anymore.
All right, before we let you go, can you give us one thing that we may not know about Wes Matthews? Anything, hobby, hidden talent, what can you leave us with?
Oh, hobby, hidden talent. I don't know. I think I'm really funny. I don't know that though, but I feel like I'm funny. I'm not sure. I think maybe you guys will get a hit on that.
Are you a
big
comedian?
into Madden.
Oh.
No.
You're going to fit right in with this squad if you're big into Madden.
Big into Madden. Big into Madden. Call of Duty just came out. Big into the zombie. If there's ever a zombie apocalypse, I'm ready for it. Um, but yeah, big soccer fan,
Big soccer fan. He's got it all. He can do it all, both inside and outside the lines.
all of that.
Wes, we appreciate you. Thank you so much for taking the time, sharing a little bit about your story. We look forward to catching up with you as the season is right around the corner.
It is right here. Thank you very much. It's a pleasure being on the show. Pleasure meeting you.
I appreciate you. Thank you.
We welcome Montrezl Harrell to the show. Thanks for being here. I'm sure it's been a long couple of days. How you doing?
Doing good. How are you?
I'm doing great. So happy to have you. When you hear Montrezl Harrell of the Los Angeles Lakers, how does that sound?
It's got a great ring to it, sounds like to me.
You ever picture yourself in that purple and gold? Because it's here.
I got a couple of edits that's been done. A lot of people that do animations for me have been doing some great jobs for me.
I know. Isn't Twitter and social media great? Like the minute you signed, there was like you in a jersey. It was pretty awesome.
Man, photo shopping and editor now is crazy.
So, Trez, can you share what went into your decision to potentially pass up more money to play in another city or to leave the Clippers where you had so much success to join the Lakers?
My choice was really just, from my inner circle, my family, just talking and looking over the decisions that we had on the table. And we just felt like just coming and playing the purple and gold was the best choice. And, I definitely felt like it's the best choice for me. So that's what we went with. And, I'm happy to be a Laker.
From the moment the season ended, were you talking with your family and your inner circle about the next step?
No. As soon as the season ended, I actually went home and took the time to actually grieve and be with my family and actually mourn the loss of my grandmother. And then after that, I just was being a dad as I'm continuously still doing, man. That's all I was doing, just being around my kids and just that love and that energy. That's all I've been doing. And when free agency came about, that's when, I started getting into the talks with my agent. But, I left the basketball to, what I've done and what I've produced and left out there. And that's all I could do.
Yeah, thoughts and prayers to you and your family. I know you lost your grandmother in July while you were in Orlando. What did she mean to you?
Everything. Everything in the entire world. I still have multiple, pieces with her. Everything that I do is, going to praise her name and, continue to take care of my family and my loved ones, how I've been doing, since I was 16, 17. And it's still tough to this day. But, it's still going to be one of those, growing processes, one of those things I'm going to have to take one day at a time.
Yeah, I appreciate you sharing that. And there's no question she's very, very proud of you. Now we transition to basketball. How excited are you for this opportunity to play with LeBron James, an all-time great?
I'm extremely and, really, really honored once. And, I'm ready to get going. Honestly, man, I can't wait for training camp to kick off and, actually, throw that practice jersey on and we go in there and get to work, really.
Trez, how many times have you visualized running that high pick and roll with Braun over the last couple days?
Man, I've envisioned high pick and rolls, baseline plays, all of it, lobs, everything, man. Like I said, I'm just ready to get going, man. This is a great feeling, and I'm just, happy to be here.
I hear you on that. Listen, so you play against Anthony Davis these past 5 years. He's in New Orleans and then L.A., played him 4 times last year, to now playing with the game's most versatile big. What do you envision that looking like, and how does your game complement his?
Like I said, I'm just doing anything and everything I can to help complement these guys what they already do well, man. They've already shown and proven that they can win a championship without the, pieces that we've added this year. So I'm just coming in looking to do anything I can to complement that chemistry that these guys already have built.
Trez, we're a Lakers set here, and even we were unanimous in voting you 6th man of the year. So you're coming off an incredible season. You're winning that award, and you've always been a let my work speak for itself kind of player. But what did this award mean to you personally when you really sat back and thought about it?
It's kind of one of those funny situations. It's kind of one of those things that it kind of hurts a little bit just because I lost my grandmother and we kind of had these talks, before losing her. So it's one of those things that kind of hurts and stings. But at the same time, it just made me, change my mindset and to be even one of those players that's still working. You know, how they approach to the game is going to, you know, enhance even more and just speak even more for itself. You know, that's what I've always been known for. That's always what, you know, people have, you know, first said as how hard he works. And I'm just going to take that to a whole extremely different level because it's definitely one of those things that still hurt me to this day, not being able to, you know, take that trophy home and show it to my grandmother.
You know, your game's evolved every single year. How driven are you to continue to improve?
Still, continuously every day. I'm got another 1 or 2 workouts set for today. So, you know, this game is continuously changing. And, you know, I don't want to be one of those players that, you know, that label as can only do this one thing, because once you get that label, it's pretty hard to get off of you. And now it cuts you, you know, in half as a player, you know, no matter what. And I never wanted to be looked at as one of those players coming into this game. I want to, you know, always look at myself as a person that, you know, can do multiple things in this game whenever asked, whenever needed. That's the way I always approach the game. That's the way I always look at my game. And, you know, the things that I do well, you know, I enhance those things, but the things that I don't do well, I work extremely hard on, 2-3 times harder than what I already do well.
Perez, last thing, and I got to be honest, if that's okay with you, you were always a player that drove us Laker fans absolutely crazy because of how hard and how well you played against them every damn time. Right. It would be like, I can't stand Trez, but man, I'd love him in a Laker uniform. And then when the signing was announced, Laker Twitter goes nuts. It celebrates. I know how excited Laker fans are. What message do you have for Laker Nation?
Well, the only message that I have is, you know, now you guys don't have to hate me. Now you can love me.
hey, it was always a lot of love. Just so much respect.
Yes, sir. Right. Thank you so much.
All right, Trez. So happy to have you, and thank you for taking the time. Really appreciate it, and hope to see you soon.
Oh, no. Thank you for having me. Thank you.
He's a Laker, but I just remember so many times going, it kills us. God, I wish he could be a Laker. BT, listen, you covered him for years. Not only did the Lakers sign Trez for 2 years, they got him away from the Los Angeles Clippers. He was part of the heart and soul, especially that bench with Lou Williams. How surprising was this for you, and what kind of player are they getting? What kind of guy?
You know, I was truly surprised because I didn't hear his name come up until the very end of that day where it was starting to happen. The one thing I do know about Trez that really impressed me a lot, when he first got there, he was a third-string center for the Clippers. So after games were over, he would head back to Staples Center to the practice facility to work on his game at 11 o'clock at night, 12 o'clock at night, 1 o'clock. He's always worked to improve, just like he said, and it made him to the player he is today. And he just told you in the interview he was going to work on it again after the interview session was over with you guys. So that tells me how dedicated he is, how driven he is. Laker fans will love him because I enjoy watching him play. And I really enjoy watching him progress as a player and as a young man over the years with the Clippers.
Good stuff, BT. Brez, what does he add to this Laker roster when you look at it?
Well, I think, first of all, the motor. I mean, just a high-energy, high-octane way of playing the game, and I always appreciate that. Like you, it's kind of like, wouldn't it be something if the Lakers could get him?
Yeah. And
also some consistency, all right? You had Dwight and JaVale, and they kind of do their thing in the game. Sometimes JaVale wouldn't finish the game. Sometimes Anthony Davis would. But you never quite knew what you would get from the Lakers centers. Here, you know what you're going to get. You're going to get at least 15 points and close to 10 rebounds every single night, 25 minutes, 30 minutes, whatever the coaching staff decides. And like BT, I was shocked when this is the guy the Lakers got with their big mid-level exception.
I didn't see it coming.
No, I kind of aimed downward. I thought Joe Harris would be a nice shooter. Davis Bertans would be a nice big man who can also hit threes. I thought for sure he was going to stay with the Clippers for 3 years, $40 million, $45 million, something like that. For him to come to the Lakers with the full mid-level, that's a big get for the Lakers. Nice job by Rob Pelinka.
Great description, too. Motor. That's exactly what he has. All right, we've talked. It's first reported over the weekend by the Athletics' Shams. Free agent Kentavious Caldwell-Pope has agreed to a 3-year, $40 million deal with the Lakers. Clutch Sports CEO Rich Paul tells The Athletic. And then when you see this, you know it's on. Right after that, LeBron. Yes, sir. Congrats, my brother. So with the loss of Danny Green, Avery Bradley, Rajon Rondo, how important was it for the Lakers to bring back KCP, Brez, especially after how he performed in the playoffs?
Remember that first game of the playoffs? He was, what, 0 for 9, scored 1 point. Everybody was so down on him. From that time on, he really proved his worth. And we said before the playoffs, we said if KCP plays the best ball of his career over a 2-month span, the Lakers have a real chance of winning the championship, and it happened. This is a much-deserved raise for him. Remember, his first year at the Lakers, he made about $18 million. Second year, he dropped down to about $12 million. So this deal, 3 years, $40 million, very equitable, I think, for both sides. About $13.3 million a year makes sense to me. He was making about 8.5 last season. Deserves a nice raise from that because he was so good in the playoffs. Remember the last 3 games of the finals, averaged about 15, 16 points. Really helped put the nail in the Miami team. And nice job, KCP. And if LeBron is endorsing it, that right there, that's good sign number 1 right there.
Yeah, I agree with you, President BT. Listen, KCP basically, he solidified his role as a starter in the bubble. Do you think that played a role in Avery Bradley going to Miami, BT?
That's a good question. I don't think so. I'm not sure why Avery opted out for the exact same deal that he would have gotten from the Lakers for $5 million. That's basically on him and his agent. I think KCP's situation was just different because one thing about KCP is he's versatile. He can defend point guards, shooting guards, wing players, but he also is an Iron Man. He plays in a lot of games. He rarely sits out. And because he's a good defender and can shoot the ball very well, and when he is missing shots, he doesn't stop shooting. As Kobe Bryant once said, you can't make him if you don't shoot him. And KCP would shoot him.
Hey, great reference, BT. Let's not forget, as you alluded to, he did not have a starting job. You know, it was Avery Bradley's. So he basically took over the starting gig, took a little bit of getting used to during the seeding portion of the bubble. And then that first playoff game, not so good as we said. But beyond that, he really settled in as a starter for the Lakers.
Even when Avery got hurt in the season, and they went 17-3 in those 20 games, as KCP as a starter, Avery was the starter when he came back.
Yeah.